The path to true ascension is an experience that you create. This experience is something that is very unique to you, your soul's journey. And this journey is going to be continuously evolving throughout this life's incarnation. But to begin this special journey, one must truly declare, accept, desire true ascension. And everyone has the ability to take this path. It isn't always going to be easy, but it is the path. And this is not about any one particular category or area of life. This is not single-mindedly about money, job, career, business. This is not even about family, health, career. This is a journey that is all-encompassing. This is a soul's journey, and it's going to merge, blend, and it will be unique and custom to each and every one of us, depending upon what you as an individual soul set out to do before you chose to incarnate here. It is my belief and my understanding that before we chose to incarnate here on earth as a soul in human form, that we accepted and chose to live out a set of experiences, and we agreed to accomplish a set of events that would be a mix of, facing adversity, facing success, having these unique encounters that were specific to our soul, and our soul designed what we would go through while we're here so that we could truly get the most out of this human experience. We all come here on earth and we are united in physical form, but we are also at different phases and different stages as a soul. And I think it's important that we have cognitive awareness around that truth, because it is not going to be all fair and all equal, because each of us as a soul are at, like I said, different places, different levels of experience. And so if you are a more evolved soul, it wouldn't be fair to compare yourself to a less evolved soul. And nothing is wrong with wherever you are, but I do think there is value in understanding these set of dynamics so that we can better assist and help one another. Of course, there are more complexities when you really get into the intricacies of each level, each stage and phase. For example, for whether this is in the realm of being more evolved or less evolved, you'll still have souls that are working on particular lessons during this incarnation. And those lessons, another soul may not struggle so much with that lesson. And it has nothing to do with being less or more evolved, but more so kind of focused and centered around their personal soul's, blueprint and framework that they agreed to embark upon. One of the points I would like to make is that we are here to help each other in a multitude of ways during this incarnation, during our soul's journey. And helping one another is a critical component of our mission and our purpose as souls here. And Some of these ways that we are designed and set to help others around us can be, like, for example, mirroring aspects. So if you have these traits about other people that really irk you or that you just don't like, sometimes they are appearing because you are to deal with that a little bit differently. That trait may be a part of you that's inside of you that you may not like, or you may have to work through that trait so that you grow and evolve with why that particular trait is bothering you. Now, that's on one side of the spectrum. The other side of the spectrum, which is less talked about, are the positive traits that you do like in others, right? The traits of why you do find yourself magnetized towards certain kind of people or certain traits they have about them. At the same token, they may be also mirroring on the positive side aspects within you that you either have within you existing already, or they are mirroring traits within you that you would desire to have. Either way, this is still the same process. So whether it's a negative trait that you don't have, but you need to work through it, or that you do have about yourself that you're working through, or again, if it's a positive trait, we are either more likely to be attached and drawn in because we either have it and it's mirroring and mimicking who we already are, or we don't have it but we desire it, and so we want it and we want to be as close as we can to it. Other ways that we are here to help one another in this soul's journey is this understanding that we are playing roles for one another in this life. And these roles will vary from very long-term, like life people that are in our life for many, many, many years, such as family, long-term friends. And then we also have these short-term roles that we play for one another, and that could be short-term friends and acquaintances, bosses, encounters, relationships. Either way, the people that are in your life today are there for a very special reason, not just because they are your family and their blood and you can't get rid of them, or you love them to death and you're just so blessed to have that amazing family and friend experiences. But we have roles that we have agreed to on a soul level. And so if they're in your life for a long period of time, it is best and wise to kind of dig deep and think about what they bring to you, what their role is to play for you. It'll just kind of open up your perspective and your insight into your own personal journey here. Then you can think about the role that you play for others while you're here. And the roles will vary, and these roles don't have to always be necessarily lifelong roles. There are just as equally and important shorter term and mid-size roles that we play in the lives of others. I'll give a couple more examples, but I will do a separate video when it comes to family, like specifically mother, father, siblings, and then children. But even those, just to kind of generally make a blanket statement, they are very specific to what we've agreed to here, okay? Like I said, it'll be a different video, but let's carry forward. Some roles that we play are more dominant, and others are less dominant. Some roles that we play are more feminine, some are more masculine. And this has nothing to do with the role and the specifics of it. This is just taking the dynamics for like conceptual process here. Some roles we are going to be more nurturing and motherly. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's being a true mother. It just means that certain roles we play for other people in our life, we will come across to them more loving, more nurturing. And then again, other roles we will be maybe more cold or more masculine or more powerful or more stern. Again, these are the roles that we have agreed to play for one another. Sometimes our role is we are playing a financial supporter to whether it's a household or to a certain set of people, and that could be from a distance or that could be very involved. Again, we assume the pressures that come along with that role. So if you're the caretaker of a family, and yeah, you're going to feel the burden of that financial pressure. If you are the emotional and household caretaker of a family, you're going to feel a different set of pressures and burdens. Again, this is not gender specific. This is really just what we're experiencing and what what our soul has agreed, right? And that can take place and alter roles throughout one person's lifetime, of course. If you're a child, then you play the child for a while, right? And then you grow up. And then depending on your life and your path, it may, lead you down a different kind of role, different kind of path. And you'll have different ones along. So part of, incarnating here on earth, it is so multi-layered, so multifaceted that I couldn't even begin to explain in detail all that is involved and entails with our journey here, but I do want to at least highlight a couple of the main focal points. We are here beyond survival. We're here beyond just paying our bills. We're here beyond just working, making a living, raising children. This is beyond just procreating. It's even beyond, I know I'm probably going to get something for this thought here, but it's even beyond just focusing on your main passion, right? This is not just simply building businesses or building legacy, or say you are a scientist and you spend your entire life in a lab, buried in your work, right? And you forget about the bigger picture because you're so ingrained in this, either this research or this discovery, that nothing else begins or ceases to matter. That can be very detrimental to your soul. And I just give this example because we can all relate with this very simple example and apply it in our own lives. But when you get so focused on just surviving itself, going to work, that's almost the same concept. We kind of forget the bigger picture. We're here beyond just the work that we're doing physically to sustain life, physically to pay bills, to survive, and even beyond our passion and our deepest pursuits. We are here for human connection. We are here for self-discovery. We are here for creative self-expression. We are here to evolve our souls. We are here to learn the lessons that we've struggled with in the past lifetimes. We're here to evolve and ascend to higher levels of consciousness. And in the midst of all this, yes, it does involve us being a mother, a father, a worker, a boss, a teacher, a mentor, a child. Yes, it does involve us to dig into our passions with our research and have moments of time where we, find ourselves buried in books and into this work, right? These are very normal and acceptable, but we cannot lose sight and grip with the bigger picture. So you'll know that you are on the right path toward true ascension if you do find yourself in the pursuit of who you really are, who you've always been, who you already know yourself to be. If you are on that path right now, or if you're on the way to figuring out that path, or if you've been looking to figure out deeper purpose into why we are here, then I hope this leaves you with some fulfilling and optimism and hope, because we are energy beings, right? We are here and we're fortunate to be incarnated here on Earth. I mean, the odds of being even a human are 400 trillion to 1. And we take for granted the beauty that exists with being here. We lose sight of all of the adventure. We lose touch with what really matters. And I understand why. I mean, we are conditioned from early on, and our parents have been conditioned and their parents have been conditioned. So it's not about pointing the blame at all. It's those of us who are here that resonate with this message, that understand the language I am speaking. That is who I'm speaking to. It is up to us to remember all that we've got to do here, and not to make it feel overwhelming and burdensome to you, but it should feel like a joyous adventure that you are exploring. You are about to embark upon the biggest journey of your whole life, and you have so many amazing things to explore and to accomplish, and you have all of the tools already within you. You have the resources. And if you think that you don't, just look within yourself again. We are the most resourceful species that exists. And I just really hope that this message brings you excitement, inspiration, truth, deeper insight, and that you think about your own personal journey a little bit more, or maybe perhaps from a different perspective than you've once looked at it. I hope you've enjoyed my video, and please consider subscribing, click like, and I truly enjoy if you were to leave a comment. I'm happy to engage, and let's stay connected.